Hello and welcome, Ascendants, to our third Dev live stream. Thanks for being here. Today with me is our fantastic community team lead, Sami Su. Hello, thanks for being here. Then we have our extraordinary game designer, Dario. Hi, Dario, thanks for being here.
Hey.
And last but not least, we have our Arkheim overlord and game director, Holger, also known as Sarge in the community. Hi, Holger, thanks for being here.
Welcome.
Thanks, gentlemen, for being here with us today. Dear community, we have the following topics for you today. We have, of course, as always, an interesting Sapphire raffle. So if you want to win 500 Sapphires, then just comment in the comments of this video with your in-game name and the server where you would like to receive the Sapphires, and we will pick some random winners after the live stream. Other than that, we have a couple of exciting announcements, and we will also discuss the newest game features that will be come to the new server S10 in no less than 2 days. Those two new main features will be the new dungeon, the dungeon 2.0. Dario and Holger will show us a little bit about what we can expect on S10 and what the new dungeon looks like, and also the new tower influence rules and how influence in general is spread. You may want to have a close look at that because this might have an impact on your strategies and how you decide to play in the future starting of S10. But before we get to that, we will have a quick look at the last server, which was the server S8, which recently ended. And for that purpose, let me share my screen with you. Here we have the winners of S8, and we want to congratulate Animal Farm for winning the S8 server. Animal Farm is a realm that we have seen a couple of times before in the top rankings, and now they have claimed the first place. Congratulations for that. It was an exciting round. Also, big congratulations for Luna Wolves for claiming the second place, and Dynasty for claiming the third place on server S8. And then we have on Island 3, Raw winning the third island. On Island 2 Mediata, we have the realm Fury, and on Cornicola, we have the, I think, Spanish-speaking realm Unión Latina. Felicitaciones por la victoria en la primera isla. And then before we continue with the newest features, I also want to share, I also want to have a quick look with you on the current server, which is the server S9 still running. At the moment, we have a raging war going on Island 3. Island 4 is not open yet. And in the lead, we have the realm Quick Sweep. Haven't seen that realm before. I don't know. Sami, have you seen that one before?
Can't say that I remember the name.
Interesting.
No.
Okay, so congratulations for being in the lead. I don't want to congratulate too early because there's still 4 weeks to go. No, I think 2 weeks. No, 4 weeks to go. We have the opening of Island 4 in, I think, in 2 days exactly. Yes, that's 2 days. 2 days and 1 hour to be precise. And Quick Sweep is also the only realm that is at the moment that theoretically would already be able to ascend with 190,000 orbs. They are, pretty far in the lead, followed by the realm Intensity and Syndicate, both realms we've seen before as well. And also closely followed by the also known realm Army Elite and the GOT. Well done, guys. This seems to be a really exciting server round. And we can't wait to see how it continues once the 4th island is opened in 2 days. Keep on, and we are always closely following the happenings and the wars on the servers. It's always, every single server is quite exciting for us. And we're looking forward to seeing who will win the S9 round. And talking about winning the S9 round or winning a round in general, something that I would also like to quickly share with you. Some of you may already know it and some maybe don't, but if you belong to the players who win an entire server round, you will be eternalized with a very special color in our Discord community. So basically, you will receive a special color if you win a server round, and if you win multiple server rounds during the early access period, then you will be marked in red, indicating that you are a really experienced player. And this color, those titles that you receive in our Discord community, will stay with you forever, also after early access. So if you haven't yet joined our Discord community, it's fun there. And I think that was, yeah, again, congratulations to Animal Farm. And now, without further ado, we are moving on to the game development insights. Some of you might already have read about the two main changes that will come to S10, which was going to be the new dungeon and the tower influence changes, and some other details that Holger and Dario will talk about. And therefore, I'm now handing over to Dario. Dario, maybe you want to show us the exciting dungeon that I'm personally am most excited for, actually.
Yeah, thanks. Of course I want. Yeah, you see the village here, and from outside the dungeon looks like before. But if you go inside, you really go inside, so you have a new view for this. And as you see here, I already unlocked some stuff, and further on, my realm members did a good job already to explore parts of the dungeon for me. So let's do it step by step. We have those nodes here. On each node, you see 5 rewards. So in the future, you do not randomly jump into a level and overcome the demons, but you can kind of cherry pick the rewards you want to have. But the general mechanic that there's always one surface level that will unlock the next node for you will be the same. So this is the furthest level I achieved, but as you see, Sarge here already did the next. So how can I access this next level? I have to overcome the demons in this one here. So you see, as before, there are demons. I have a number of fallen, and there are some rewards I can win in the dungeon, and I will always get one random of these rewards. So let's see where we get. So as you see, I got 1 tome now, got my XP, and by doing this dungeon level, I unlocked the next one. And as one other member already showed me that at the end of a side path going out from this level. So this here is the main road. I have to kind of progress to do all the things in this stage, and then I can even enter the next stage. Those nodes also have side paths, and when one other realm member has explored the final item on one of those side paths, I might go for it and simply unlock them. So I, of course, first have to purge the main path level in order to be able to access it. As you see, I got another reward here. Well, sorry, wrong click. And now I can try to overcome the demons in this path. And as you see, hopefully I soon will get an item, because until now I really got unlucky here. But in the very last node, as you see the previewed boots already, I will get the item for sure. So this is a safe bet for me to progress there. I'm really unlucky because in every node, there's, as you see, there's one equipment item for sure, but obviously I never get it. So now I have to do this, and this will unlock me the last thing before I can try to get those. With my last amulet charge, I can get this item for sure now, because it's at the end of the side path. And as you see, I got it here. So one item for me at least. So yeah, this is kind of the side path. As you see, I get a nice star here when I have cleaned one level. That means got all the charges that are in there. And now the cool thing is I can decide to progress more, but I might not have enough fighting power with my Fallen. So I can look into the levels I already got here, and maybe, yeah, this item could interest me. So I can try to go for it some additional times. Now I wasted all my armor charges. Yeah, so I don't do it. And as you see here, I always see my last fight here, and I see the player in my realm that beat this dungeon level first. So as you can see, all members of the realm see the same dungeon, so they can talk about the rewards, which rewards to go for, so which side paths other players should make, and there's the feeling of doing this dungeon together. And yeah, in this case, always one player beat all the level, but as you can imagine, in a realm, it might be interesting who gets first, who unlocks the level first. There's also another change we made. Oh, I can now show you the next stage, because this player already unlocked the last node of this stage. So I can enter the next one, as you see here. So I just jump over, and here the whole story starts again, and I can unlock the nodes with my Fallen. And there will be even stages after that. Let's say it this way. So another change we are going to make with the new dungeon is that we keep the dungeon open during the end game. That means, yeah, you can still normally do your dungeon levels after the end game started. Currently, the dungeon is always closed when the end game starts, but in the future, we will keep it all open. Also, because you can still cherry pick items that are interesting to you if you have spent some Fallen or lost some Fallen in the wars around the Ascension, the Eternal Gates in the end. And there's also one other thing I will only tease now. You might find interesting stuff in this at the end of the side paths too. Let's see where this leads. Yeah, and basically this is the most important stuff. We will have much more levels in the dungeon. We will have more main path levels as before, but the side path levels also are added. And I think it's a real improvement to the current game, and yeah, gives the whole dungeon part more depth, and the players also get more in control of what they get out of the dungeon. And yeah, this was the short introduction to it. Looking forward to your feedback when you see it on the live world.
Yeah, for those who are watching right now, please feel free to ask your questions if you have any right now on the chat, and we'll see if we can answer them. I, in the meantime, have a first question. The rewards that we've seen in the different nodes of the different stages, are they going to be the same rewards in every server round, or are they going to change with each server?
They change with each game world. So at the start, basically, of each game world, there are shuffled out. Also, the length of the side paths are partly shuffled out, so the dungeon will change each game world. But it will be the same for all players playing on this game world. So you can really explore the thing, and being the first one on the game world, exploring a cool item, and you can tell all others about that.
Right. And then another question that I have is, we have like the dungeon view is shared in the entire realm. So if other realm members advance in their stages or in their personal dungeon, so to speak, then we will be able to see how the dungeon continues, or how the paths continue. But the only thing that is shared is the view, or also the reward. So if somebody else claims a reward from my realm in a particular node, will this reward be gone for me already, or can I still get the same reward?
No, the idea is actually that you share only the view, and this allows you to go for special rewards you want to achieve, so to say. So if you would take the reward away from you, that would be counterproductive.
Okay, indeed. All right.
I have a question from the players. There's Pinky Pinkosa asking, is there always a chance to get an item? Is there an item on all nodes?
Yes, each node has one item guaranteed. So if you do the node 5 times, you're sure to get one equipment item out of that.
All right, thanks.
Okay. How many different levels will we have then? Because we have 5 stages, if I'm not mistaken, and several main levels plus the side nodes. It comes down to hundreds of levels.
Yes, exactly. We will have the 5 stages. Each stage has 15 main nodes, and from those you can do the side paths if you want. So you can really choose your rewards, and you don't have to do what's there, but you can cherry pick what you want to have.
Amazing, great. So I think you have the entire server around now to explore the entire dungeon. Maybe even then, maybe even that is not enough to discover every single corner of it. Great,
Probably
fantastic, fantastic update. I'm really looking forward to that. Any other questions from the player base so far, Sami?
I just saw a question in Discord. Do you plan on making the differences between the tiers bigger? That it is a bigger deal if you finally get tier 3 item. This is from Shanta.
Currently, we didn't change that. That would be another topic, so to say, because reworking the dungeon by itself already costs some time. Currently it's not planned, but basically it's a balancing change, and if we find out that the progress in the items does not feel right, or does feel lacking, we can adjust it in the future, but it's not planned currently. So if you have suggestions like this, or you have the feeling that something doesn't feel right or is off, please always give us feedback, and then we can think about it and adapt it to the game.
Okay, then I would say we leave the dungeon now and switch over to the influence. And let me share shortly, hopefully now, my game. So another bigger topic for us to work on was the influence calculation. In fact, it's majorly a minor detail to the game, but has some effects on strategies, more advanced strategies basically. So the biggest change we did is during S8 it showed that towers in construction were too hard to stop in the old rule set. That's why we needed to apply a hotfix that you can better conquer them. and that lead to a little bit of unclean state where things not really working perfectly out. That's why we reworked the whole topic and now came up to the solution that towers will now always have the correct influence strength from the beginning, even if you're constructing. So you will always see directly the preview, how they will influence the area as soon as they are finished constructing. So I can now place here. And your constructing influence be in the last server, basically nothing would have changed because the construction tower was too weak with only one influence. And only if the construction tower was finished, then the area would have changed. Now the construction influence has already the influence like a full tower, so it will change here this area directly. Previewing you what you need to do against this tower if you do not like this change, basically. And that's the other change. You can now really not only attack the tower, but if you attack the towers, then you will gain also a reward for it if you conquer it really then. So if you conquer it, then really, first of all, we try to always highlight the change that will happen. So during my conquer now, I will get this area already a little bit previewed, that this will be mine if I succeed with the conquer, but the tower itself, you can see it a little bit, still belong to the old realm, and as soon as I finish the conquer, all this area will be more or less mine, except of, first of all, I get a ruin for conquering the tower, which I then can claim, and at the end, this area is now really mine, and this was exactly the area which was previewed with the contested area before. The dotted area is always the contested area and shows you the change that will happen in the future, basically. Another detail, but in fact important detail, is we were asked how are towers in construction calculate towards war goals? And yes, you were right, there was not a good solution beforehand. In the last server, the towers in construction counted towards conquered tower. This we will now change, that towers in construction, if you conquer them during a war, will not count as conquered tower, basically. So you will still be able to conquer the other 5 or 6 towers, full existing towers beforehand. That is basically also needed because it was too easy to prevent wars by placing then random towers in construction, that the other enemy was forced basically to conquer them, to stop the spreading, but then finishing the war a little bit too early. Yeah, that's why we have changed that. Okay, in general, just one more thing. The influence should now always preview also who is the owner of the object, even if it's an NPC target. So for every NPC target, you will spread a little bit of own influence, so you can see who is really owning it. That is also true for goblin towers. So as soon as that I will not work out. I need to have some more warlords. Sorry. So as soon as I am now at the Goblin Tower, this will be marked. I'm currently here, so it will be easier to spot where already enemies are, which you then can think of if you want to kick them out or not, or better leave your hands off of it. So it is a little bit more clear who is currently at a place in general at NPC targets. Okay, that would be the changes for the influence. If you have some questions, always approach us, basically. Another topic we have basically change for increase the understanding of the game is a little bit how we got a lot of questions how specific bonies are calculated towards. So we invested some time to make it clearer how resource production bonuses are calculated, how tributes are calculated. So you can now see if you go into a resource production facility, what exactly a change will give you basically at the net. So we will list now in the tooltip each bonus you will have, for example, counting in and calculate for you what will be the real change of it. That is now I will get 36 more wood in this case. Even if I look at the base, the next level will give me only 25 as an upgrade normally. That is true basically now for the resources, but also for barracks. Here a small note to make this better understandable, we changed the way how we display the bonus. Before it was always a percentage which was decreasing. Now it's basically the inverse value of it. So you can maybe better understand now how a bonus is working. So we will get now a training speed of plus 11 instead of reducing minus percentage. Feedback is highly welcome for it. Just try to get used to it beforehand a little bit. Yeah. There was no change in the calculation. It's just a different display of it, just to mention this one time here. And then we basically continue this path on the supplies. So you can look at your supplies. We overworked a little bit the detail view of it, make it a little bit more pretty. But if you go to the tooltips, you also see exactly how the tribute payments and your bonuses are directly calculated. So you will get a malus of minus 20% because I lost a war, sorry, but I will get a 21% of marketplace bonus, leaving a net total of 1% bonus. And the realm boost, so meaning if you boost supply with those realm boosting functions, that will on top multiply the production by 1.2. Just to give you there also more understanding how it is exactly calculated, or how, for example, now also a rare supply is calculated into it. Okay. That would be to the more details in the tooltips, basically to the resource production. One more topic we have to show, basically, what we also introduced. We want to enhance a little bit the communication and collaboration in the realm. That's why we basically allowed you also now to watch what your other realm members are doing in their village. So you can now, everywhere where you see the profile of it, you can visit the town of the other players and see how he is currently building up his village, and giving him some tips what he should do or what he not do, and discuss the strategies without always sending around what is your current state on your barracks or your resource fields. So you can look around only inside of your realm, not to other players, only inside of your realm, and discuss them more. And you don't have to fear anything. There is nothing that you can change, so you cannot upgrade here anything. You cannot click on the other village. It's just a view of it, the other town. Okay, that was it already. If you have questions or feedback, always approach us. We are highly interested of it. Thanks.
So far it looks like players are quite interested in seeing how this is all going to look like the feedback is positive in the YouTube chat, but no questions at the moment. Here's one from Patricia Cavazzeni. Can you see production of other players per hour in your realm, I guess?
Not the total production of it currently, not yet.
Right. I would like to remind everyone watching the stream at the moment, we have a raffle going on. Now would be the perfect time for you to leave your in-game name and server. So if you're playing on the S9, leave your in-game name and the server S9 on the comments. If you're joining S10, comment S10 and what name you are going to use on the server.
Right, and don't forget to subscribe in order to not miss on further live streams and interesting videos, of which we will have some, by the way, coming next week. So you may find that interesting. Subscribe, comment, and win 500 sapphires. And talking about winning sapphires, I think there is also something happening tomorrow, no?
Yeah, we have, let's say it's a first of the kind, a quiz, but it's more about Arkheim trivia. It's starting tomorrow in Discord. And what makes this event kind of special is it doesn't matter how experienced you are with the game. If you are just joining or if you have rounds behind you, these questions will still be pretty challenging. And to counter that challenge, so will the prizes. Each participant has a chance to win thousands of sapphires, or as you are seeing what we are wearing here in the video, you could also win one of these amazing shirts.
Indeed. It will start tomorrow, and if you aren't able to answer those questions, any of those questions, don't worry. The possibility to answer them, you will get it only beginning with S10, beginning on Thursday. So join the server S10 on Thursday, and let's see who will be the winners to collect those T-shirts for the thousands of sapphires. Looking forward to that. And I think with that, we can conclude our live stream for today. If you have any other questions about any of the topics that we discussed today, then just comment them in the comments below or discuss with us on Discord, and we will gladly answer everything. And without anything else to say, I thank you all for being here and for your time. And I wish you the best of luck on during the remaining 4 weeks on S9, and see you soon on S10. Have a good week.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks.
Thank you, and see you on S10.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye.